Yo guys, welcome back to the stream. I realise we're a bit late. We are going to be jumping into the warm-up. We have two fantastic teams on display here. UFrag, of course, a very strong side. They did well at I-Series. They were able to actually knock out FM from that tournament. They're looking strong. Few lineup changes here and there, but in terms of what you've got now, of course, Powell coming in, replacing Rix J, and then we also saw the departure of Peggy that has been replaced with Ash. Very strong formidable players, both of these. Really strong guys. They are nothing to stick your nose up at. So it's going to be strong stuff on the ball. We are jumping in with the first round here. Of course, up against the Infused Kaz Easy Skins mix that they have the name going for them. Of course, Weber, J, which is of course Cryptics, Red Snake, and then you have Keita and Weber over on that side. So a lot of strong players. In terms of individual skill, you have a vast amount of ridiculous players that have proven time and time again that they are some of the best in the scene. Getting into this one though, aggressive stuff towards mid coming out from the teams, which of course is that Infused mix. They've actually been able to go for this mid to be played. This is going to be ridiculous. Ash is the point man in this one.
Yeah, straight in. One frag comes in, but Weber trades it out with Snake coming in with another one for his own, taking down Ash, the man that started it all off. 4 versus 3 situation now as UFrag have to try and put themselves up against a really bit of a detriment here. They've got a flank coming as well. Mighty Max gives no shit, gets straight in there, takes down Powell and Weber, straight onto Hype. You know what, UFrag, we're giving you no room into this one. F to you and goodbye. See you next time. My chair is going to break. Mighty Max finding the last frag, taking down Adam XOXO. Easy pistol round in the bag. 4 men alive. Alex, tell me about the tactics.
I mean, like, it's just a straight B split, really.
Yeah.
Great look by Manimax in the mid, to be honest.
Fairly standard stuff in terms of what they've actually done for there, but it really paid off for them. This time around, in terms of the buy of what we're seeing from both teams, very SMG heavy here for the Terrorists, which of course is the Infused mix. This could be their downfall in terms of if they go for something a little bit too risky and don't actually find that top. Mighty Max, of course, with the Galil and then the AK-47 on Weber. Not a lot of utility across the board for either side. In terms of UFrag buys here, going for 2 Deagles, 2 PT-50s and a 5.7 on Mike, of course, attempting to play from close range.
Just to give us the tactics. Tell us, what were you pointing at?
It's just moving dirt from the
street. Okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, as Jackie you said, bit of a mixed up buy here. I'll be surprised if they can do too much. We've seen Hype already doing a lot of damage with that Deagle in the last few series. He's done a lot of work, but can he make it happen this time? They've got the A push coming in. Bomb should go down relatively easily here. One player playing from Get Right. Auto-directed, doesn't give a shit. Gets us out of there. Mighty J, 1 nade in. Hype can't do anything when he gets taken down as man comes through. Ash can't make it happen in the boost. Not going to be effective. Going straight down as Mighty J from the behind. Behind is not a word, I don't even care. Mighty Max gets the frag onto Adam. And nice, easy cleanup, keeping all 5 players alive. The economy is going to be growing here. They have no qualms going into this next one. 100 damage nade, 99 damage. That's what you need.
Yeah, big stuff really early on display there. Coming out from, of course, the Infused mix, doing damage across the board. Beautiful display of skill. This time around, in terms of what UFrag are actually going to go for, of course, in the Eco, you don't really want to try and play it like a gun run. You'll try to spice it up. They're going to go for the 2-player boost on short, but that's not going to work, as the B site is where everything's going to kick off. Massive frags coming out. Red Snake and Mighty J, of course, being Cryptics, open up that site, tearing people down, leaving only 3 members on that CT side. Pow. Mike, the AWPer, he's in close proximity to that tease.
Should have put his name as Mighty Mike, really. But there is a frag hit for Adam to find. Does get one onto Weber. Keats straight back into it. I wish they would put their names normally. Keita, of course, is Keats.
Keita, Red Snake, Mighty Max, Cryptics, Weber.
Yes. J. Why J? Who's J?
Because his name's J.
Who?
Cryptics.
That's really confusing.
You know nothing about the scene.
I know nothing at all. Period.
Leaving Adam just now in a 1 versus 4. Not looking too fantastic, but of course they're very low. He's in a nice angle. Allows the first shot. Rips J completely apart. Cryptics down and out. Not looking too happy about that one. Leaves Adam in a 1 versus 3. Gets a bit of a tag off onto Mighty Max. That's fairly effective, but the nade's coming out. He's got 4 HP, so won't do too much damage, but he is finally finished off by Keita to drop him down, taking the 3 rounds off the back of that pistol round for the Infused mix. Now this is go time. Important round on the board. Both teams on the full buy. We will see the AWP being donned by Mike Powell, but no armor on him, going full glass cannon. This could be an interesting one. 0 for 3 right now. He has to crack this round open and find that first pick.
Yeah, playing a bit of a Jackie right now. He's going to need to get himself back into this one if he wants some frags. So he's going to have to go toe-to-toe. Oh, help! SEO, help me. But yeah, this is an important round. They need to be taking this one if they want a bit of a dent in their earlier game against who was it, Sex. They weren't doing too well on Dust 2. They managed to get a few rounds, but in that second half is where they really came out as Jay takes down Ash. This is their way onto the site. If they can capitalise off this, it's exactly what they do. Snake takes down, I'm calling him Snake now, this is a disaster. The Galil ripping apart Powell and Adam. That's all they really needed. Straight back in. Hype, he's going to get himself one frag, but really, he needs to go for the save here. He doesn't have a choice. Interesting fact, actually, Jackie and Alex, we haven't had many clutches at all. I think the most clutches we've seen on stream is about 3. Honestly, is this the new UK meta?
I don't understand the question.
We have no clutches. We have no clutches. I've seen no clutches. Like, you know when you get into like a 1v2 or a 1v3 situation, no one's winning.
Yeah, but there definitely has been a lot of big stuff coming out actually from Hype. Donning the AWP, will be able to find the opener. Almost lands the headshot, but can't quite connect it. Weber takes him down with the AK-47. Infused.mix takes that very important gun round. This will force UFrag back into an eco in terms of what they've got to work with. Around 3-1 total. So we'll actually go for a little bit of a deco buy this time around. 3 deagles in play, 1 P2000, a 5-7 over there as well on Yoshi. He's going to go for the smoke. In terms of Infused.mix, of course, abundance amounts of cash, and they're going to utilise that. Going for the double AWP setup. This could be very effective. Heading their way towards long cover. We'll be able to find out opening, using that all perfectly, but it actually gets traded out by Hype with a beautiful little deagle tap.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, Hype has been on fire with this deagle so far today. He doesn't care. You're breaking my ribs. Sit on my lap. It's really it's a force to reckon with. They keep it in a 4v4 situation here. The deagle is alive, but they recover that AWP straight away. Powell donning the AWP. We know he's powerful with it. A bit of a utility AWP. He's not the playmaker, but there we go. Ash with the deagle finds himself one. Can his teammate support him? I am a snake. He is a snake. Finds one, finds two. Can he find the third? Yes, he can, of course. Nice and easy. Bomb goes down on the site now. Keita, the last man alive, to try and do the damage on an AWP. It's not the weapon you want to be using in this situation. Goes down to the 5-7. We've had 2 gun rounds now. Alex, walk me through. What's been going wrong?
For who? Like,
UFrag, they take this one, but this is a little bit lucky. They got it on the full eco.
from my point of view, like, they need to stop the aggression from Infused.mix. Like, it's going too fast for him. Power needs to get AWP going and literally just stop the rushing. That's it.
Stop the rushing.
Yeah.
So get a nice P90 in. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so basically, expert opinion, UFrag need to get a P90. That's what we really need to be seeing. However, we are going to see Mighty J picking up, who was that? Cryptix picking up the old Tech 9. We've seen a lot of damage being done. Sex, a lot of times they didn't have the economy, so they picked up the old Tech 9, but I don't care. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Hype picks up a nice 2k, traded out, of course. But now Mighty Snake and Mighty Keats. Red Snake and Keita, the last 2 alive versus 4. They've got a lot of work to do in this round. Can they make it happen? And A comes in, raining the damage upon them. Whether they can hold themselves in this round is another question. 29 HP on Red Snake. And they could do the damage here onto I Am a Snake. Who's that?
That's Yoshi over on that UFrag side. Really effective young player. He's been doing a lot of damage in the scene. He's looking to do some more this time around. Of course, 19 HP on him. Ash on 73. Not looking too fantastic in terms of what they have to deal, but they are in a 2 versus 4. That's double it. And Powell wants to make it even more. Finds that number advantage by taking down Red Snake. Drops him with that massive shot there. Yoshi as well, the man you mentioned previously, gets the headshot onto Kia, takes him down, and finds 2 rounds on the board for UFrag. Good stuff.
Interestingly enough, this is UFrag. As far as the series goes, this is one of the maps they would pick out as one of their weakest. You know, Inferno is not going to be a massively strong map, but at least they can put up a bit of a fight. UFrag, they are getting a few rounds here. They're doing the work. They're getting themselves back into this one. It may have been a little bit grim at the beginning, but that eco round gives you so much confidence to get back into this that's exactly what they've picked up. Going into this next round, they've got the full buy. They've finally forced Infused onto an eco. And suddenly, this is looking a lot better. Pound picks up a collateral. That's what they needed to get back into this. Picked up the 3rd. Looking for the 4th. So audacious, not going to get it. But finally closed out by Ash. Nice and easy. Doesn't need their help. Takes him down. Putting the 3rd round on the board. Looking to tie this one up as Infused. Pick their rifles back up once again. Utility a little bit limited. Depends. Can they put it to good use? Can they work this one around a limited utility buy?
It's going to be hard in terms of what we actually have to work here, of course. Not a lot of smokes on display. Alex, I mean, what would you say? What do they have to do here? Of course, a heavy long push coming out. 4 players coming out there. Of course, we're going to see 1 lurking late mid. How's this going to go down?
I mean, if Powell hit his shot, he's gonna get it. Like, they can't really do anything from long with AKs against an AWP, so...
Yeah, in terms of positioning, he can really shut them down.
Yeah, exactly.
And Weber, though, he's going to be the man to open up the round. Takes down Ash, one of the star players for that UFrag side. That's going to be quite a damaging frag. Pow. Mike Pow. He's going to be going for the peak. Can Red Snake dispatch him? He's got the backup of 4 Musketeers there, aiding him in his course to dispatch the CT efficiency. The nade going out. He'll be able to run it for a few more seconds, but from the sidelines, railed by Keita, will drop him.
Yeah, nice frag coming in. Keita going wild right now, taking the collateral kill through the wall. Doesn't even matter. Headshots all around. There's 2 players now to try and retake this site. It's going to be no easy task, and they don't even want a bit of it. Going for that retake. They're not going to be able to tighten the scores here. Going back to a 5-3 score. And once again, they have so much work to do. They have so much to try and get themselves back into this one. It's not going to be easy whatsoever. Backing off now. Matisse, they've won this one nice and comfortable. 5 players alive. Economy back in this. And the problem we're going to be seeing here is that Infused, they were forced into the eco. Of course, they lost that one. But when they get onto the rifles, now they're keeping 5 players alive. They're keeping alive. UFrag aren't even willing to go for the exits here. What are they going to do to try and get themselves back into this, Alex? Tell me about the economy here. How do they recover this?
In terms of what we've got to deal with here, sorry Alex, they've got an awful lot of cash there on that CT half, whereas on the T-terms, of course, it's very easy to build up that economy, but right now, it's not too fantastic. They should be able to get the following round. In terms of what UFrag's buys are going to be, it's fairly effective, also a lot of nades. So, Alex, is this going to be a hard one or a fairly easy one?
For which team?
Either.
Seems like they're just doing it long take. Like, I don't think UFrag's doing right.
Trying to go with a sneaky play. Hype gets himself 2. Nice and easy there. Adam to back him up. Gets 1 and a second. 2 kills all around now. Weber, the last man left alive. Can he get the work done? This clutch is going to be difficult, but not impossible. He's got a nice position here. If he can get the quick frag onto Powell, looking down his position, finds Ash instead now. The quick taps away. Not going to connect. Weber, definitely one of the more skilled players on this team. Can he put that to good use? Finds Snake, but put out his Mishiri. Yoshi takes him down. The round on board.
And of course as well, Ben, what was it that went wrong in that round? Of course, a lot of aggression that came up from UFrag that will allow them to find the openings, but was that the only factor?
Well, basically, Infused decided to take long because the previous round they didn't play long at all. So instead, UFrag came to fight, and they just didn't expect it at all. They got 2. Somehow, both players got 2 players each. It just went all wrong, basically. It went Pete Tong, some would say.
A little bit peaked on there, of course, coming up to the South London style of things. This time around, in terms of what we're seeing here, actually 4 players going for a default just outside of long, holding angles early on. Not a very effective buy in terms of what they have to work with, of course. Not too fantastic. Red Snake there, struck with a Tech 9. We do see Khalil on Mighty Max, of course, as well, on the stop players. And then 3 AKs across the board. They should be able to do some damage working their way towards short. Is this going to be a critical round, though?
Yeah, so many times in this tournament so far we've seen that mid to be utilised. Looks like they're just edging, seeing where they can get the early pick. Go towards short, go towards B. Depends what they're going to do. But Yoshi getting aggressive, finds the information. Now he knows what's going on. He can call for that rotate to come in. As long as he keeps that position, 3 players can be on that A site at all times. No need to rotate. This is a really important push. He's found the pick. He's given them the advantage. Can he now hold on? Dropping down now into CT. No frags available, and it is going to be that mid to be playing, like I called earlier. Coming in now. We've seen this so many times. Do UFrag have an answer to it? No, they don't. Snake takes down 1. Ash going down to the nade in the end. And now Yoshi. Can he hold on from the back of the site? Absolutely not. Car position not strong enough as Weber in CT. We see him so many times. Whenever they go short, they drop Weber into CT. Every time. I guarantee you, if they go short, if they go mid to B, Weber is in CT. 2v2 now. This situation is getting close. This could be a really dangerous round indeed. Hype pushing out. He's going to be in a bit of a crossfire, but finds the frag nice and early. Can he get his teammate in? Yes, he can. Adam finds the really easy kill there. Gets the defuse. Adam, what is... Not Adam. Who's Adam? I don't even know. Alex, tell me what's going on.
Pretty basic C is like Weber's lurking and the rest of the guys just executing somewhere. Like you said, Weber's always jumping CT. Can be lower when they go out long and such. So, I mean, it's fine. I am rooting for UFrag to win it because Adam,
Well, of course.
yeah.
In terms of this round, though, should be some interesting stuff on display. The T's getting very aggressive towards short once again. Some taps coming out from Keita. Couldn't quite connect the shots. Will get one tag off from that Tech-9 as they go aggressive towards that A site. There's only going to be one man there in close proximity to deal with that. That's going to be Adam 5, the man at the moment. Can he lay down the shots with that M4? Tapping off left, right, and centre, but can't quite connect them. Will eventually find one onto Red Snake, more like Dead Snake as he hits the floor. Weber retaliates. The Tech-9 coming into play. Ash is down and out. Turns into dust into this one. Mike smoking off short. Whips out the 5-7, but can't quite land the shot. Mighty Wax takes down two of them. He is ridiculous. And it all comes down to Cryptix now. He's over by Gandalf. 1 versus 2 getting pushed through the side. The headshot comes out. And there it is. Hype is back. We'll be able to defuse the bomb. Massive round on the board there for UFrag. That's 6 rounds to 5.
Yeah, making it look absolutely easy. They get the lead. And this is one of the maps that I would say they're weaker on. But it doesn't even matter. The thing with a mixed is you would expect a mix, Alex, am I right? You would expect a mix to be a little bit stronger on a map like Dust 2. It's one of those maps where you can really put a mix to good use because you know all your angles. But UFrag, they're making it work anyway. They're getting into this one. They're going ahead. This is what they need. 6-5 already. If they can pick up the next, maybe the next gun round and the eco afterwards, they'll put themselves onto a good 8-5. And going into the next half, they can feel a little bit comfortable going into that. Maybe not be too out of place. And maybe get a few rounds into this one.
Yeah, big stuff on display this time around though. Keita gets the opening frag, takes down Hype. The follow-up frag will be coming out from Powell though. Lands the up shot in close proximity onto Cryptix, of course. Lands him, drills him into the dirt, leaving a 4v4 scenario. Slow stuff coming out. And Ben, how are they going to have to play this one?
It's a 4v4. The CTs will be pretty spread out. What they need to do is find out who's isolated, see if there's any way to get them out mid, possibly. At the moment there's 2, probably not likely to get out there. They just need to chill out a bit, let CTs use their nades, and then they can find an opening.
Wait them out. The game of trenches, like World War One. But Keita opens it up onto Adam, puts it into a 3v4 situation as the push looking to come down short. Not going to be splitting onto the A site, interestingly, which is going to mean Powell, he can focus all his attention onto short, get that AWP ringing off. The problem is if they go fast, they can catch him out. Now they are going to be going towards long. So splitting onto that A site, so powerful. It is going to be Red Snake going in. That Molotov could do a lot of damage with a follow-up nade. Not quite going to connect with it. Going down into CT, not quite doing as much as it potentially could have, and now Powell in position with the AWP. They're jiggle peeking him, not going to work out so far. Trade comes in, that's all they need. They have the advantage in the round. As long as they're trading into the site, they will win the round eventually because there's less players. Maths is my key point. UFrag winning out actually, 1v1 here. They've turned this into a really favourable situation. Weber versus Ash, can they turn it into a win? That's the question. Weber with a 2k in the round so far. The bomb is on the site, no time. He needs to get this plant right now. If he fakes out for too long, this could mean real trouble. Gets it in the nick of time. And the flank is going to be coming in from long. Ash, not delaying, rushing straight in there. Needs to get the frag. Will Weber predict it? Yeah, it looks the right way, but he can't connect the shots. Ash wins it out, gets in there. The clutch is his. UFrag 7-5. This is looking really good. Going as the next map pick is theirs. They chose the next map. That's cash. They said this is their strongest map. This could be really good for UFrag. The fairy tale continues.
Yeah, in terms of things, if UFrag are actually able to pick up Dust 2, a very heavily favoured mixed team map in terms of things that we're actually going to be able to see, especially against that Infused mix side. We're going to see some ridiculous stuff going out on Cash. It's one of their strongest maps. They proved that time and time again. They can definitely do damage there, and they've got a lot of star players that work very well, of course. We've been under the wrath of that many times. This time around, jumping into the round, we should see some opening frags come out fairly quickly. So we will see 4 Ts coming out towards that B-bomb site, just holding the default outside, waiting for a potential mistake to come from UFrag. Early aggression on their half will be easily dispelled by the T's default holding positions. Ben, what can you tell me about something in this round? How can they actually counter this? Of course, the buy on UFrag not looking too fantastic. They've only got a small part of utility, not exactly what they'd want getting into this.
We've seen that UFrag actually anticipated an eco out of this Infused mix, but they've actually bought no nades. They decided to do this fast, and it's just not working out at all for them.
They're doing fairly good work as well to dispel that Infused mix, takes them down and actually pick up that round ridiculously easily. Yoshi there with 3 frags on the board into that round, of course. Top fragging for the UFrag side, a very young talent, and he's been proving time and time again that he is very effective. Alex, what do you reckon Infused mix have to spice up, of course? Only 5 rounds on the board for them. We're in the 14th round, and UFrag have been able to secure out of them 8 of them so far into this half.
I mean, it's kind of hard because Yoshi and Hype are playing like out of their minds right now. such good individual play. Like, so, I mean, like, shut them down and they win. That's how I see it.
Big stuff. Nice flash there coming out from Mike. Will the actual goal line a few of the players, but unfortunately Keita, quick reaction, swipes across, takes him down, leaving Webb up towards tunnels, trying to fire off, can't quite connect the headshot, but gets the tag across. Awkward stuff on display there towards lower tunnels, but lower tunnels is not where the aggression's coming out. That's going to be over by short. 4 men pushing up early on. There is only going to be 1 man there to attempt to defend it, and that is going to be the in-game leader for UFrag, of course, Adam 5.
Absolutely, the push now coming down short, 4v5. Can they hold off on this one? We've seen them do some incredible things already, but can they hold on? No, Keita finds the first frag on the head, just popping out there on Ash. Can he hold on as Weber goes down? That's a good trade frag, taking down the lurker, but they still have a lot of work to do in this round if they want to get back into this. The plan is for short, but the retake is coming in exactly the same place. Question is, can Ash hold on right now? Adam's coming down from CT. This is going to give him the distraction he needs as Jay taking down, that's Cryptics even, taking down 2. Nice, easy. Infused, not giving them anything. But UFrag, they've got the half. That's what they need. They've got the half. Can they go into their CT side? Personally, I don't know too much about the UFrag CT side on Dust 2.
I mean, look at this though. In terms of what they've actually got to work with here, going against that Infused mix right now, everyone fully loaded in terms of what they can actually use. Few pistols in play. It's not fantastic at all. It's very unideal for UFrag, and they will be struggling. I would not be surprised to see this going through to a 8-7 scoreline in terms of UFrag's CT half, of course. No utility, really going down to the wire. A few smokes and no guns, more importantly. But Keita, he misses that opening frag. Eventually, Cryptics makes up for it though. 2K on the board for him. Good stuff on display coming out. Very strong. UFrag 3 members left standing, all with pistols. It's going to be very hard. They're going to have to attempt to retake the A bomb site, which is unfavorable at the best of times. And Weber, prime time position to go absolutely massive. Is it 2 for Tuesdays? Gets the first flag on the board. Red Snake hits the floor. Can he get the follow-up? He hates reptiles, but unfortunately not. Ash comes in with the first frag. Takes down Weber before Keita trades it up.
Yeah, no lizardry going to be going on there. An 8-7 half. This is Dust 2 at the end of the day. So it's pretty equal. This is what you expect to be seeing. 8-7, Dust 2. Question is, UFrag's T side. Anyone know anything about UFrag's T side?
It looked weak.
It looked weak.
Yeah, against CX.
Against Sex.
Yeah, Sex.
The question is, they did actually get quite a few rounds on their Dust 2 C side. And I'm just getting a little bit of intelligence that Mike is calling, that's Powell, on this Dust 2 T side only. Only on this Dust 2 C side. So Adam is going to be screaming down the mic. Mighty Max opens it up, 1 frag on the board with Weber chiming in with his own, and Mighty Max unstoppable on this B site round. Someone needs to figure out of this. Finally, it's going to be Powell, but the trades are all in. Weber, Adam doing the work here. Can they get this off? Adam, 1 versus 3, tapping away. Finally, get that kill. Nice and easy. Don't even make it look like a challenge. What happened there? What happened?
Well, they did a B-rush last time they played, actually, against CEX, so I'm not surprised it didn't work, because it was lucky, if anything, that they got as far as they did against CEX. But I believe Mike has been calling this game because Adam believes that they know everything he actually does. So he's decided to switch up. It'll feel like a fresh breeze for all the players. It feels like they'll be able to do something that won't be expected.
Yeah, so sort of throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, exactly. But it looks like they're going to be buying this next vendor. This round's a throw. It really isn't a lot either. So
that's what
should be
happens.
buying. Yeah, you
That
just get
was a
mowed down
domination.
fast, MP7. It looks like the CTs are ready for it. MP7, good SMG tab against a force buy. It's got high armor pen, good spray control. P90 is the same, and they're not actually buying. Kind of surprised by that. They must really want the open map like Powell.
Well, they didn't get the plant in the first round, so obviously the
No.
money a little bit low across the board. And with that domination there, Adam opens it up with a nice little 1D. But yeah, as I was saying, they didn't get the bomb plant in that second round. So they do get a nice little 1D. If they can get any more on the board here, this is really a throw around. If they can find anything, good for them. At least they're doing a little bit of damage. The damage is coming in actually. Cryptics, Weber, both down a little bit low. Weber now on just 11 HP. One stray bullet could take him down. This is around looking like UFrag. They're not doing too badly.
Yeah, in terms of things, it could be a fairly devastating round what we have on display. Short aggression actually coming out. This could be very effective. Look at this. A-site entirely under that UFrag control. Tapping away. Pow was able to find that headshot onto Cryptic with the Glock 18. Massive display of damage. Keita utilising the Molotov and the headshot combo perfectly. Mike Pow is now dead. He's underground. He is just going to be spending the rest of his days in a coffin. 3 versus 3 now. Health advantage massively in the T-side favour, but the Arsenal advantage is in favour of the CTs. The headshot comes out. Keita is on an absolute roll. He's a monster. Railing people left, right and centre. Just annihilating everyone. UFrag, ridiculously sloppy in terms of what they've been able to do into that round. Just getting torn to shreds. Ridiculous. They will be taken down, and that is absolutely unreal. We are going to log off on Steam here. Whose account is this?
They can't see it. It doesn't matter.
Unreal Scenes. Logging off anyway. Crossy, you fuel.
Yeah,
So
8-10. This is actually looking pretty concerning. So they need to be getting back into this one. UFrag, they did so well in their first half. The question is, can they keep it up? Can they put Mike to work, as we said, Ben? Can they put Mike to work with those strategies into this T side? That's the question. Can they put it into practice, make it work out? So far, we haven't seen too much, but this is the gun. This is the one that really matters. And there we go. Yoshi opens it up. The push from Mighty Max. That was a little bit risky. The risk doesn't pay off this time. So he goes down. Now one player defending that B side. They have to split up. The AWP finally moving off that mid area. Now it can go and contend. Can Mighty Max hold off here? Can he hold off that AWP? Push the smoke down. That'll do. Weber going in there to support him a little bit. Turns out it was Weber the whole time. You know what, actually? Maths, names, numbers, words, not my strong point. What my strong point is? Actually nothing. But the push now looking towards this mid area. They're getting ready. Maybe a mid to B, maybe a short. Keeping the CTs on their toes. Making sure that when it does come, it's going to be a surprise. Mid to B comes in. No smoke as of yet. There we go. Finally comes in, and it is going to be the Mighty J. Cryptics himself trying to fend this off, and Weber goes down. Couldn't get anything done, so the B site now so vulnerable as Mighty J finds one onto Ash. That's a good trade, but still 4 versus 3. UFrag, as I said, this is the rifle round. This is the one that matters. The one going down on the site. Adam making that happen. 8-10. This could be 9-10 unless this retake comes in. And honestly, I'd be a little bit reluctant. It's been a little bit close. It hasn't been too close, but they... You know, one round going badly could mean the money a little bit shot. So, as the retake finally comes in, 4 versus 3. Nice little boost. Not going to catch anyone out unless he gets the right angle. Finally finds it. What a shot onto Powell. So lucky that angle was correct. Finds the kill now. It has to be Yoshi and he gets it done. The team coming in with the support. Frank's coming rolling like it's Christmas morning. Jackie. No. Ben, what happened there?
Well, they did a simple B split. They got the opening pick. They calmed down, tried to see where they were. I believe they heard 2 out mid, so they just decided to execute the B split. And luckily, Infused didn't get anything when they were holding mid as 2, so it just really meant the round was over.
Yeah, and Weber there dying, that must have been... he was the linchpin coming out of the site. He was the only man alive on this side.
And also, Max pushed way too early, and 10 seconds in the round, always pushing dart. It's retarded.
Yeah, really stupid kind of play.
Yeah.
Not going to work out for him, and it does hand the round away. UFrag taking that 9th round, and as you said, they get the early pick, so they can play off that relatively easily. This is a round that it hangs in the balance. A bit of an odd buy, double AWP and a pistol there onto Cryptics. This is an interesting one. Jackie.
Yeah, big stuff potentially coming out here. It could be quite effective. Weber obviously getting a massive tag early on into the round. Cryptics, Jay, of course, in a nice angle, going to be tapping out. Is actually somehow able to get that frag onto Yoshi. That's quite odd. Hype should be able to change that out way early on there. The crossfire set, of course, on the move, though, so it's not too bad. 4 versus 4. This is going to be favouring the T's. They already have A site control, so it's very, very in their favour. We'll get that bomb down. That's going to be a short plant coming out from Adam, falling into their after plants after this. I mean, ideally, they should be able to win this, shouldn't they, Alex?
Yeah, exactly. Just hold it straight away. I don't think CT's going to go for it. You should do it.
Seems like they're actually still working on it. Their attempt to go for it, you would imagine they would save in a scenario like this. Only 1 kill in the space. Somehow Weber's able to find that frag onto Hype. It's now a 2 versus 3, and this is ridiculous. They're actually going for it, and they're making it work. Powell gets dropped, leaving just Adam, the in-game leader, in a 1 versus 3. Redstank, he's got the kit. He's trying to jump onto that bomb. He is diffusing the tag through the smoke, but he couldn't quite get the frag. Keita trades him out, and oh my god, Infused, a round that they had no stake in at that point. They've been able to win it. What has gone on there, Ben?
It was a 4v4. Literally, there was no chance in hell that UFrag we're going to lose that round. They'd managed to execute they utilise smokes out mid to get CT spawn control. It's always going to be an A. And CTs were actually debating saving. They still had one guy in B sat there where the bomb was planted. I'm pretty sure they were sat there wondering if they should actually go for it. And then suddenly the team just start peeking.
Yeah,
no reason at all.
Retarded.
They should not be doing that at all, but it looks like it's going to be a contact B player. Adam with an AK and the other just attack line.
Weber opens it up there. Nice little 2K. Onto body shots now. Looking for a third. Can he get the ace in this situation? Looks easy. There we go. Weber with the ace. Nice and simple. I don't think we need too much analysis on that one, but they're just rushing in one by one, giving the AWP the opportunity there. What happened there, Alex?
Experience.
Experience.
Yeah.
Yeah? That one word sums it all up.
Experience.
Yeah? Well, going into this round, Infused, they're looking good on their CT side. They're holding this one down, absolutely. And what are you doing, Ash? Comes out fully flashed, gets taken down, of course. No one there to trade out the frag. And that early, long aggression not working out, Jackie.
No, it's not looking too fantastic at all. And in terms of what we've actually seen from UFrag, it's looking sloppy. Communication does not look perfect at all. They haven't been really utilising their flashes perfectly at all, and they've just been peeking one by one. It's looking so odd. This is not the UFrag we're used to seeing, but hopefully they can bring things back now. It's a 4 versus 5. It's not fantastic. It really isn't in their favour, but there's a lot of skill on display. Heading their way towards mid. This could be absolutely massive. Cryptix, he's in a juicy angle to lay down the law on Yoshi, but will he be able to?
With this one-man advantage, they have the ability to put one man in mid and not have to worry about it. 2 men still. This is a real mistake. Not watching CT at all. Gives my EJ, Cryptix a 2K, and now coming onto the site, 2 men alive. So they get into a 2v2, but when it's a 2v1, easy spray down. Taking the players down is Mighty Max, the only Mighty that is legitimately mighty. Taking them down. There we go, 13 rounds on the board. This is where it gets really dangerous. The money is gone. Ben, what's going on? UFrag are falling apart.
It just seems like they're panicking a bit, to be honest with you. Like, it feels like they're not used to mic calling or something, and they're just forcing a lot of things which they don't need to do. Peeking that when the bomb's planted, they don't need to do that. Like now, they're just getting wiped out even 20 seconds into the round. They've not done anything, they're just sat there getting killed.
Exactly, I mean, look at the play they've actually gone for. Yeah, look at the play they've gone for as well. Weber just being allowed to actually push up mid there. That's ridiculous in terms of what they've actually been able to do. UFrag, in terms of that, should have been well aware. Right now, they're just going to get shut down. There's not a lot they can achieve. Cryptix just laying down the law, gets the 2K to finish off that round. Ridiculous stuff on display. Weber, of course, with the free man. Big props to the guy being allowed to actually do that. And that's UFrag just in terms of miscommunication. As you said, going into the pause, what are they going to talk about here?
To be honest, it's understandable that they don't watch mid in that kind of a situation, that they just go for the long rush. But the thing is, they're not even going for the long rush. They're sitting in the back, allowing Weber to get a 3K there. How do they... why? If they're going for the rush, go for the rush. Commit to the rush. Don't then wait back, allow Weber to just come in, get 3 1v1s and just get that spray down. How does that happen then?
That's what happens when you got no cash, I suppose.
Yeah. Just not watching at all.
Just not watching at all. Chances are, if you're going to peek there, you're probably going to go to an AWP, if there is one anyway. But it looks like they're going to be talking about how they need to play everything. I don't think they've actually done a regular default yet. They've ended up just doing a strat. They don't actually know what they're playing. A 2-on-2 setup, or if they're playing too long every time. I don't think they know. So they'll probably be talking about that, see if they get info out of each other, find out what they've actually seen. And then they'll probably end up trying to default, then executing. Because it looks like they just rushed everything a bit too much.
And the tactical pause has ended. No, it hasn't ended. Just GoTV giving me a bit of trouble. Alex, in general, if UFrag want to come back here, and it's 14 rounds on the board here, match point is hanging in the balance, the money's good enough to get a buy. What do they really need to change up to get themselves back into this?
I really think Paul needs to get his all working. He has 9 kills. I mean, he's, in my opinion, the game I was watching, he's like the best player on the team. Him and Ash mental, sick players, but it's not working for him. It's hype, and Yoshi saving them right now.
Yeah, and we see on the last game of the last series, when they went up head-to-head against Sect, it was actually Ash on a 24k. He was hitting up some big numbers now, 8 kills. So whether he's burnt himself out or whether he's just dropping off a little bit here, the question has to be asked, can he do this, Jackie? Can he get himself back into this?
it's a real struggle, and he really needs to step up. All these players have to come into their own right now, of course, against this Infused mix, and this is the time to prove your skill. Towards mid, Weber checking towards top mid, actually lands a bit of a tag off on towards Yoshi. Not going to be too damaging. Once goes out, we'll get a bit of a tag off, and this could be so detrimental. And how's this round going to go down? Of course, the first frag going in the favour of the CTs. Mighty Max kicks it off.
Mighty Max with one, that could be the opening frag that spells the end. There's Snake, he's allowed to get round the back. Red Snake, if he gets an opportunity, of course he's going to take it. Now Pal, 1 versus 5. This is where it gets really worrying. 15 rounds could be on the board. You know, to be honest, 15, I'm just going to say it, 15 rounds is going to be on the board unless a miracle performance comes out here. GoTV doesn't give a shit, takes us off. We'll see you later.
So obviously what's happened there is it does seem like Infused Mix have been able to take the game 16 rounds on the board for them. We have actually seen them change map. So it's cut off GoTV, but ridiculous stuff there. Both of these teams really playing their heart out. UFrag unfortunately not able to bring it back towards the end. And it just looked odd. I mean, Ben, what do you feel like was the real deciding factor? It didn't seem like everything was drilled at all. It looked like a very different UFrag. Obviously,